Hi guys, welcome back to the Fast Break. I'm hosting today. Okay, my name is Kokezo. In case you don't know, on the show we have Shaz, aka John Stockton, I guess. We have Liz
What
and we
up? What up?
have Brian Zabadi,
What's
your
going on?
favorite
What's going
boy.
on? What's up?
Brian's lighting is killing me. It'll kill me every
Hello.
show.
It's not even about the lighting. When you're just a pretty dude, it comes together.
Oh, wow, wow, wow,
Shush.
wow. Let's get into it,
Yo,
guys. Let's get
shout
into
out,
it.
No,
shout out,
What?
Influencer Brian. We see you out there, Influencer Brian, baby.
influencer
Influencer Brian, we
Brian.
see you with the ring
With
light.
the ring light and
Hate
everything.
is different, bro. Y'all just hate it in a different way, dude. I don't even know. I'll take my dab.
Yeah,
I'll take my dab.
it's a backdoor. It's backdoor shade,
It's
Breezy. You
there
gotta
though.
collect
It's somewhere in the world.
Koki, you
Oh,
can't start.
wow.
Koki obviously is hosting the show, but she can't just talk casually like it ain't her birthday today.
Oh,
I
Shout out,
no,
know.
that,
Hey,
you
today's a big
know.
day.
happy birthday to
Happy
our
birthday, bro.
resident Brooklyn net. There's just been black hearts on the timeline.
With
Just
the
pop,
black
pop, pop,
heart.
pop,
With
pop,
the black heart.
with the black heart. Fair enough.
Exactly. That's how it's supposed to
I'm
be.
gonna chill out for
That's
you
how it's
today, baby.
supposed to
I'm not
be.
gonna be wild. I'm not gonna make a noise. I'm gonna relax because of your birthday. Just for you today.
But
Are you sure? We're
just
talking point guards.
Happy
We're talking
birthday,
point
happy
guards
birthday,
today.
Koki.
So,
happy birthday, Koki. Shout out to
Oh,
Koki.
let's not start off on a controversial note.
Yeah, let's not let's
Happy
not go
birthday,
there.
Ko.
Oh, Lesedi, I'm glad you're
with
here.
three black hearts. Thanks, Lisady.
Lesedi, I'm glad you're here. Bro, you've been traded. We traded you. We
We
traded
appreciate your
you.
contribution.
We
We
appreciate your
appreciate your
contribution.
contribution, but
We didn't trade you to
it's not
the.
free.
We traded you to touchline or something like that. I don't know. We
What
traded
the?
you to. We
We'll
traded
catch
you
you on the
to
road. We'll
another show.
catch you on the
We'll catch you on the TL. And even then, don't tag me.
All right.
Alright, let's do it.
Yeah, we actually have, like, basketball is getting really hectic right now, guys. So, tomorrow, the WNBA is starting. Okay, it's going to be the 25th anniversary. So, it started like when 1996, which is crazy, right? Um, it's a very special, obviously, very special season for them. They're getting sponsors. Shout out to Google.
Shout out to Google.
Shout
Shout out
out
to
to all, shout out to ESPN for the storytelling we were actually talking about last season. Actually, Liz, I want to start with you
yeah.
because it was your birthday 2 days ago as well, and you mentioned that your favorite present would
That's 2 days
be
ago.
a WNBA hoodie. So, how do you feel about this upcoming season? Which teams are you looking at? Which players are you looking at? What's going on, Liz?
Okay. I am dead by the Phoenix Mercury. Skylar Diggins,
Yeah.
Diana Taurasi, the GOAT. Guys, you see, the thing is, it's GOAT culture, you
Mm.
see. Like, it's about who takes the. Oh, Sky D. So I
Why are
like
you dead
Skylar
by
Diggins.
Skylar Diggins? Why are you dead by Skylar
No,
Diggins?
Brian, it's not
Alright,
just because
alright.
she's done, but she's done. Even here, she's a cheeky lefty, and I think it was just great to see two quite popular WNBA stars link at the Phoenix Mercury. Didn't have the best season last season. I don't think they took it as far as they would have liked to take it. But I'm keen to see what they do, particularly the GOAT, right, Diana Taurasi. But I watched a few of their games last season. I and it's wild that I'm actually saying this because obviously I love Steph Curry when we talk about the NBA, but Diana loves to shoot the three ball. Like
That's all that matters. That's
she
all that matters.
loves to shoot the three ball. And I mean, as I begin to watch more of the WNBA, I'm keen to actually see if the same culture of what's happening in the NBA, where the league has shifted to this obsessive three pointing, like the team that shoots the best 3 point from a 3 point land is the best team. But I'm keen to see that. I'm just keen to see the GOAT. But I think all in all, such an exciting season for the WNBA. They got, like, I think last season with COVID and whatnot, people started paying a lot more attention, and of
Yeah.
course they got all of the support from a bunch of WNBA players. But yeah, the Phoenix Mercury. So I need to get my WNBA press pass also. I need to get it on lock. I think I downloaded the app. I'm gonna show you. I got the app. I got the app. But I just need to
No,
get
dude,
my.
no, we don't need
I
that
just
from you, bro. We don't need that.
what?
You want to slow
Brian,
down your
Brian, don't be
Wi-Fi?
mad.
You want to slow down your
The
Wi-Fi?
glare. But yeah,
Don't do this.
I'm really excited for the season. And shout out to Google. I think Google was
Yeah.
big. And also
What's the
the
Google deal?
improved Brian, I didn't get the exact rand value. I wasn't in the boardroom.
Yeah, but I mean,
But
what
what
is
I'm trying to
is it a broadcasting or what? I'm here, man.
I think they've gone. I think they've gone full sponsorship.
Oh, is
Um,
it Rex?
yeah, just full
The
sponsorship, and then I mean that comes with multiple things. Optimization. When you search WNBA, the scores will come
Yeah.
up straight at the top. I mean, yes, it's Google. I mean, if they plug into basically increasing awareness as a search engine, there's no doubt that they're going to be able to maximize what the WNBA can do. Um, but yeah, man, all in all, I think it's an exciting season. And yeah, I'm just keen to see what's going to happen. Keen to watch a lot more games, though. I'll be honest, I don't think I caught enough games last season because you want to get into the team politics. You know, you want to start to get into the
Yeah.
politics of the WNBA. And that's really where I want to get into. But yeah, I'm really excited.
But on that note,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
WNBA is big time on the politics and the social justice. I think they lead it as an organization, not just one or two teams. I think for them it's really the entire organization and every single team comes to bat. So shout out to them for that. I think also Amazon made a deal where multi-year broadcasting something. So I think they are
Yeah.
moving in terms of sponsorship. So I think it's dope. For me personally, I like Diana Taurasi because White Mamba. You know, I got a little bit of something special in my heart for her. So I think that's also my goat. I don't know if I follow Phoenix that well. You know, LA, I'm very loyal. Now Candace is also leaving us, but I think I'll always be about Los Angeles Sparks for life. It's T Cooper though, right? I mean, I'm a little bit. Go ahead, Shaz.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that you actually support the LA Sparks. I was like,
Yeah, I
you're
was so
going to probably be
expecting
so
Brian.
lazy. Yeah, I was
I
like,
know it's
in
not
my
oh,
going to
blood.
be LA
It's
Sparks,
in my
Jets.
blood. I'm a real geek. I'm a real geek.
Koki, when you're ready for some real analysis, I'm ready to give you some real analysis when you're
okay, Shaz, tell
when
us,
these clowns are
tell us
done.
about T Cooper. Tell us about T Cooper,
Please,
Shaz.
Brian, Leslie, please can you mute your mic so ask me and Koki really deep dive into the WNBA because we basketball analysts to do this type of thing. Firstly, I think the Seattle Storm going back to back. I think it wasn't even a contest in the WNBA playoffs. Sue Bird, and arguably, after Cheryl Miller, I've got to put it down like Brianna Stewart. In her in beyond her collegiate career in the WNBA, she has been incredibly dominant. But but in the first time in the WNBA, you have a lot of stars really leaving and spreading the wealth around. So you've got Minnesota Lynx who have built a franchise around a lot of different players, and then you have the Chicago Sky, where the only thing they were needing was somebody to take away the attention from the superstar player. Well, now you've got Candace Parker, who is Defensive Player of the Year, but I still think Seattle Storm with Sue Bird and Brianna Stewart. I hear what you're saying about Teresi, but Seattle Storm are too dominant. They won the finals by like 30 points.
Who do you back there, Shaz?
Yeah, that's called analysis.
Oh man.
Yeah,
man.
No, wait,
whatever,
but your
Shaz.
team.
Yeah,
Did we get your
the-
team? Is it the Sky?
Yeah, no, my team. I'm an LA guy, but
Oh my
my team to
god.
defend it because no, but team to defend it. That Seattle Storm team is too complete. I'd be shocked if anybody gives them a run for their money. They've got two of the greatest WNBA players in history, and they complement each other so well. So they're definitely defending it. I'd be shocked, but Candace Parker, I'm there.
Sue Bird
Yeah,
is on that
no.
LeBron James. 36 years old, multiple MVPs, championship. She's got that LeBron James package. She's
She really does. And four rings, just like LeBron James. I agree with you, Brian.
Yeah, but out of how many finals appearances via
No,
Sue?
don't do this. Don't do this, Liz.
Understand it.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, Liz.
Sue. As long as we're clear.
Wow.
That's right.
Yeah, but I agree with
But
Chad
Koki-
actually.
Who's
Yeah.
Koki backing in the WNBA? Oaks was
New
picking
York Liberty.
Could-
New York
yeah,
Liberty.
who-
Come on. New York Liberty, guys. Easy.
What?
Easy.
Koki.
New York Liberty. Guys, it only makes sense. Barclays Center, that's my home. You know what I mean? We have a point guard in Sabrina, who couldn't actually show us in his rookie season, but it's her
Yeah.
sophomore season. We'll see this season, right? But this season should be very interesting because Atlanta Dream, Brazy. I mean, they just had new ownership, which was a former player. Shout out to them. They have like an all-female broadcast team. I'm excited to see like Atlanta Dream, Phoenix Mercury. I'm keeping a very close eye on that team, Liz, because they have. I think they have one of the best point guards in the league,
Skylar, she's one
and
of
the
the
best.
best
I think the best guard, the best
in
number two,
Diana.
Diana. Exactly. So I'll be keeping a very close eye on the Phoenix Mercury. And guys, we're forgetting the MVP. Las Vegas Aces, AJ Wilson. I mean, his team, they made it to the finals. And I don't think it's going to be. And, they were actually underdogs as well. Underdogs coming into the season last season. And again, people are overlooking them. So I don't think it's fair. I think they might shock
They
us
got
again.
crushed in the finals. What are you
Yeah, I was
talking
about
I
to
know they
about?
got
say it
swept.
was
I know, but
widely,
but they
it was
made it to the
widely
finals.
known.
It wasn't even
They
close. They
made it.
lost by 30.
They made it to
They lost
the
by
finals.
30.
There,
It's got to
there was
Depping making it to the finals.
They lost by 30.
oh, don't do this.
No,
Bobby.
not that. Okay. Okay. Speaking about basketball, how it's busy. So we have the WNBA coming up tomorrow, and then on Sunday we have our very own basketball Africa League here in Africa, and that should be very exciting. We'll be running in 2 weeks. The tournament is held in a bubble in Rwanda. Shout out to the NBA for giving us like a basketball league in Africa. But we have an American player or an American artist in the league. And I want to start with Shaz because, I mean, yeah, he had very, very heavy emotions. How do you feel about J. Cole actually signing up with a Basketball African League a team in the Basketball African League?
I'm mad as hell. I'm mad as hell. I think it's a. I'm gonna. Usually on the fast break we keep it PC. I think it's a circus show. I think he's gonna be taking somebody's spot that has been running with that team for a long time. If I'm the starting 2 or 3, I'm mad because I'm really trying to make the next move. You know, J. Cole at his age, he's not going to make it to the NBA. We're trying to also create some sort of legitimacy for the league itself. I think it's like a publicity stunt, and we're really trying to build talent in Africa, and this type of thing doesn't happen in the NBA. I don't know. It feels like a cheap circus act. I know I've come with a lot of strong words
Hey,
there,
Master P tried to
but
play man. Master P tried to step up.
yeah, but that's after the NBA has been in the 90s and making a huge income generator. This is the first year. Let the guys ball out. Let the guys get college. Let the guys get scouted by college guys. Let the guy go play for NBA teams. I think we're trying to create some sort of legitimacy. Let the league run legitimate. Don't make it a circus act. Yeah, that's my opinion. I know they might be very strong. I'm here for everybody else here.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Shaz. And for me, J. Cole, dude, if you want to play basketball, go to the G League. I don't know why you here. You know what I mean? Like, this is our first league. We should be showing our talent. It's all about development. And it's our first league. We don't need an American player, but I get it. It's marketing. They need to sell shirts, I guess. They need viewership. So, hey, man, I'm not a fan of it anyways. And you, Liz, what do you feel about this? Or how do you feel about this, rather?
Firstly, shout out to the BAL. Excited to get that started. I think it'll be great to see what the future is going to be, when we might have an equivalent women's league, but this is really an amazing start. Have you guys have some of the gear? Yes, the logo is also done. It's actually so swag. The gear though. Oh, the gear. It's so angry. I'm ready to cop. I'm ready to cop. Dog. But look, the whole J. Cole thing right there with my boy Shaz. Let me tell you what it feels like. Y'all remember WWE? They'd bring on yes, mate. Who would they'd bring mates? Who would they, yes,
Dennis Rodman was there.
Dennis Rod,
As
mates.
they-
There was
Not the
a
WWE, Les.
mate. It's the
Not WWE,
WWE
Les.
circus. Like WWE used to have. Mate, Vince McMahon used to land like there used to be all these random celebrities that would
Yeah.
show up and enter. That's how it kind of feels. It does feel like a circus show, a publicity stunt. And shouts to the WWE for being blatant at the fact that it is a dog. Trump was on the thanks, Laseri, dog. It feels like that type of publicity stunt. It's not what you want from a league to kick off, right? I think, like Shaz says, I think people have waited so long for this to start. The clubs have had a whole year. It would have been ideal for us to really get a maximum via in terms of African talent. As I understand it, there's some kind of international two-player rule, which makes sense for an international league. It's also not a league. Like I was obviously it's not a league. You guys have seen, so it's 12 teams split up in 3 over 4 groups. And they'll be playing it's basically a tournament format, right? And I assume this is what happens with the inaugural vibes. They also just got their big distribution. They've signed mad distribution across the board. NBA TV,
Yeah.
they've
ESPN,
signed
shout out.
ESPN, and then there's going to be for the quarters, semis, and finals. They're going to try get 0-rated channels all over Africa. Their distribution they've just signed is quite big, but the whole J. Cole stunt, the long and short of that is Shaz is right on the money, yo. It's just even if he was so. I would be more keen to listen if he was even younger. Even if he was just younger, I'd be more keen to be like, this makes sense. But we only know old J. Cole.
It's a sex act. Like I hate it so much because like
And his
if you're
music is
taking
for
my
sad
spot,
boys.
I'm so bleak. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh wow.
He said it.
If you take my spot and I've worked my whole life to
Yeah.
get this one chance and you taking my 3 spot or my 2 spot, I'm too bleak. Brian, sorry.
Oh, we're about to get some Brianism.
Yeah, he's
That's
very
a word.
quiet.
That's a
Let's hear
word.
this.
Look, I definitely agree, right? There's someone on that team that's been grinding since the start of the the qualifiers, getting up into the league and getting themselves up there. I don't blame the actual league, but I think it's the Patriots, right? That's the team that signed him, something like that. In terms of publicity, I can tell you which jersey and what number will sell the most in the first week of the season before I even know J. Cole's number. I will tell you which one will sell the most already. In terms of this being a business, in terms of these guys trying to make some sort of revenue and it being an inaugural season, everyone is in it to maximize. And I can tell you who J. Cole is going to rap about in his next album. These things are, there's a lot of upside for the team signing this guy. And also, what if J. Cole is better than that 15th, 14th, 13th man? I understand he didn't go through the process. I understand he did. Hey, J. Cole can play, bro. J. Cole can shoot the ball.
He should play in the G League. Go to the G League. Go to the G League.
J. Cole can play all weekend. He can play all weekend. Guys, come
No,
on.
listen,
Guys, come
there
on.
are many people.
Let's respect our players. Let's respect our players, yo. Let's respect those.
I definitely think they're great. No, I definitely think that our African athletes are fantastic. But what I'm saying is, J. Cole, there's many guys in the States that are playing in a park or couldn't make the NBA that are subpar but still D1 kind of level. You know what I mean? They can really, really play. I'm not saying J. Cole is. I'm just saying, what if? Also, I think there's a clause where he's only playing 4 games or something like that, and they kind of spread out. I definitely agree that you kind of can't throw someone in that hasn't worked as hard, who doesn't even speak the language, who can't even help the team in the locker room and throw them in there at the age of 36. I think even if he was 23 years old, it doesn't make sense. But the upside and the market value and the income.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Right, can I ask you a question? My bad, sorry to cut you. Obviously, for this club, it's a big club in their region. A whole bunch of athletes try out to come join this club. J. Cole ain't tried out. J. Cole ain't run those runs. So to be a part of that club and go play in the biggest league in Africa, and like, yeah, J. Cole went platinum, but you see that takes away from the legitimacy of what we're trying to do. Otherwise, we're just gonna get a whole bunch of NBA rejects. And that's
Yeah.
the only thing. Like
I agree
you're
with
gonna
that.
have like coming to say I want to resurrect my NBA career, coming to pay for the BAL. Not really doing what we meant to do. That's why I feel so strongly about it. I'm like, yo,
My
Jake will
my
come to
my
All Star
position
Weekend and
also is
perform.
that
It's like, don't take my
I
spot.
hear you. No, I definitely agree. What I'm saying is that J. Cole playing is more the league alone is going to get more eyes on it than we did before that. Without him, we get a certain amount of views. With him, we get a whole lot more. These guys are playing for exposure. I'm not saying J. Cole putting them on in a rap song or wearing their jersey or him being marketable to the rap game will be a but Jay-Z is in the sports industry now, right? He's signing athletes. He signed, how many South Africans has he signed off the performance of the World Cup? There's a lot more, and I think J. Cole is signed with Rockefeller. There's a lot of opportunities for these guys to be exposed to a lot just by virtue of J. Cole being there. I don't like it. I don't think it's fair on the guys that have worked, but I can understand the back end and the upside for the club, for the players, just by virtue of being rubbing shoulders with someone that's followed by millions and millions from the States. It's kind of a win-win, I think.
Yeah.
Just except for
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, NBA is a business and a business has to make a profit. So, whether we like it or not, they still have to make a profit. And J. Cole does bring value to the Basketball Africa League. And he brings in, I think, American viewers as well. I don't think they'd watch it if J. Cole wasn't there. So it brings just
I
more
disagree.
viewerships. And you disagree.
I just wish if J. Cole could bring some more value to the music world, maybe we'd be able to appreciate this. But as of now, thanks a lot, J. Cole. I don't even know his
Yes,
first.
what the
I don't even
hell?
know his first name. I don't want to hear nothing
what do
about
you
it,
mean?
and I ain't watching the damn
Jermaine.
thing. My question: I don't want to hear nothing from Jermaine. The only
Shout out to
Jermaine we
Jermaine.
acknowledge is
Shout out to
O'Neal.
Jermaine.
It's
Shout out
Jackson.
to
Now,
Jermaine Cole, man.
Jackson, that's wild. Who's the most famous Jermaine Oaks? Guys, the most
Jackson.
famous. I think it might be Jermaine
Dupree.
Jackson. Damn.
Dupree.
Jermaine
Yo,
Jackson.
guys. Yo,
Dupree.
yo,
Jermaine Jackson.
Dupree.
Jackson.
Yo, guys. Yo,
Jackson, guys.
Shaz got it. No, Shaz,
The
chill
Jackson
out.
5.
It's,
Jermaine Jackson for
it's,
sure.
it's Jermaine Dupree, guys. The most famous Jermaine in the world
It's
is
Jermaine
Dupree.
Jackson.
The only
Jermaine
Jermaine we
Jackson.
acknowledge is Dupree.
What?
My bad. Okay. Listen. Question: why ain't there no Basketball Africa League team from
Okay,
South
cool.
Africa?
Wait.
Folks, what kind?
Ah,
Just
yeah,
search.
yeah, yeah. You asking
I'm
heavy
throwing it out.
questions.
They must answer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. On
They
the
must
street.
This is
answer.
heavy.
That's above my
I'm
mandate.
gonna jump in.
I don't have that intel.
I'm gonna jump in on
Yeah,
this
me
one.
too. Yeah, I don't
I
know.
heard word
I
on the
don't know.
street.
Word on the
Word on the
street.
street.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh,
Word on
shit.
the street is the teams didn't get funding for the qualifiers. So it's that age-old political basketball SA issue where the teams didn't get the funding to go play. And I know a couple of players who played for teams when this was announced. They were super excited. They were like, guys, we get the opportunity to go compete. And I don't want to make the show political, but yeah, basketball South Africa. You know what time it is.
Yo,
That's the only reason we missed it. I promise you.
I'm straight up political. I got something to say. Yo, Lasidi, I got you. I'll tell you how you qualify. So basically, you have to qualify through the district and provincial structures, right? So you essentially have to qualify through your district, and then you would have to compete in some kind of league within your area. So anything from a Johannesburg basketball league or whatever the case may be. But there's also the idea that you could potentially qualify through the BNL, which is our pro league. So to be clear, you can hear by the uncertainty in around the qualifying steps that there should be a overarching regulatory body that puts together a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 step process as to how you'd qualify for the Basketball Africa League. We don't have stringent district structures. We don't necessarily have provincial structures. And we don't necessarily have even some of our leagues that are running, that are even doing quite well, are either privately run or, even for them to affiliate is quite a challenge. And then, of course, from a BNL level, you might not be getting necessarily the best players that are playing in the BNL because of all the politics in and around the overarching body that should be looking after it. So there's multiple routes to potentially qualify. We just don't have a direct one because our house isn't in order, right? But I think speaking to Shaz, from a funding perspective, I think the gaps are definitely funding, and as well as the gap is also governance and being able to actually organize and mobilize ourselves as a basketball playing community. And I think the Fix SA basketball movement is exactly what's like. These are the opportunities we're missing out on. We're talking about the Basketball Africa League in Africa, guys, and we are South Africa and we're not in that league. We're missing out on those opportunities. And that's what Fix SA basketball is also just trying to say, like, yo, life is passing you by. We're here now. And we couldn't even land.
These really
Yo.
aren't getting any younger. It's the
Yeah.
clock is ticking.
Yeah, man.
I get you guys. It's very frustrating. I mean, that's why the Fix SA basketball movement was created, because our house is not structured at all. But in terms of why, I mean, there were trials. We know that. We don't know what happened further than that. But
But the gear
anyways,
is swag. I need a BAL. I need something. Let me
oh
check.
yes, and there's a documentary coming, about
Oh, yeah, I
what's
saw
happening
that.
in the bubble. Shout out to the production
If
teams
Draco
again. Shout out to the
played for South African
NBA.
team, I'd buy all of it. I'd buy every single. I'd buy the socks. If he played for a South African team, I'd buy his number and everything. Just a
Wait, what?
disclaimer. I'd buy every single
You
year,
can buy
every single
tickets.
color. It's swag.
Oh, shout out, Brian. But yeah, like the NBA is also investing in storytelling, and guys, nothing sells more than storytelling. Let me tell you. Before watching the Justin Bieber documentary, I never listened to his music. Now I'm such a fan. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing more than story. I don't. Why, guys? It's storytelling.
I won't lie. I won't lie, Koki. Okay, I won't lie. I'm acting like a hater, but I won't lie. I might just. Well, yo, is that Netflix or Showmax?
No, YouTube.
Where
YouTube
can
originals. YouTube originals.
You?
It's amazing. Oh my god.
You. I must subscribe. I don't know about all that.
No.
Mercedes
Just watch on YouTube. Just watch on YouTube.
Okay,
They
cool.
said
Let me check it out.
yes, Justin Bieber. Anyways, guys, there's this guy on the show, right? So I don't know. He watched like Kendrick Perkins, and I don't know. This Kendrick Perkins guy was running down point guards of all time, and then he came to the group and he said, "Number one point guard of all time, what is John Stockton?" Like, you guys can see by the handles, right? So mine is Cookie K, there's Leslie Dada, there's Brian Sabadi, and then there's this other guy. I can't. And guys, context. This guy's a Laker fan, so surely a Laker legend should be your number one all time, and not just because they're a Laker, but like
We would like to disassociate ourselves with said being. We are not affiliated. We don't know him. Later, what?
Can you, guys? I am so shook. I'm so glad we're here right now. Shaz, and let me just ask this question. Guys, I need your top 3 point guards of all time. Let's start with Shaz.
Can I be number last? I'm starting with I'm the last guy to speak. I want to hear everybody else's point of view. I'm not close with all this text.
I'll start actually.
Let's hear from Koki.
I'll start. Number 1, Sir Irving Magic Johnson. Why? Because he has 5 rings as a player.
He just got knighted. Imagine. Okay. Yes.
And 5 rings as an owner. And eye test also works. Like, you do the finals. Come on, I could go on and on. Number 2, Stephen. Hey. Brian, you said you're gonna be quiet. Brian, you said you're gonna be quiet. There you go. Number 2, Stephen Curry. Right? Number 3. Let me put John Stockton. John Stockton, I'll put him as number 3. That's still respect. Okay. Brian, we're not worrying.
Number 1, Magic Johnson. Number 2, Stephen Curry. Number 3, Oscar Robertson. I'm done. That's all that matters.
Oscar, okay. Fair.
He's paying his respects to Big O. Big O. Shout out to the Big O.
Yeah.
Okay, my number one is Magic Johnson. I think he's the greatest eye test player of all time. In fact, I don't think you can hesitate to watch the man and know that, unale eye test, you understand? Number two,
Brian is so mad at you right
two.
now.
Number two, number two is Steph Curry. It is Steph Curry. I think he's put together the portfolio to do well. And number three,
Brian has a hand up.
we'll be with
I
you
would like
shortly.
to say
Can you please
I
use the
got
chat
number-
box function?
I've been
Can you use
waiting for Steph Curry at number 2 for longer than lately. I love Stephen Curry, just so everybody knows. I'm big on that campaign.
I won't deny it's taken me a while to accept Steph at actually number 2. Now, I've always debated my 3 because I believe Isaiah Thomas is always underrated. But you, Lesedi, you are.
No. I'm so glad he's not here.
My number 3,
Mike.
but the true official number 3, and this is just the respect that I have, honestly, based on Shaz's arguments to attempt to make him number 1, it is John Stockton. I think his body of work from all-time assist perspective, longevity, also a defensive point guard. I think he was the original blueprint for Steve Nash, Jason Kidd, Chris Paul. I think he created that culture of point guards.
There's one championship between those guys you mentioned. I just thought I'd throw that out there right quick. All of them.
Yeah. Brian, there's something in that as well, bro. What is it about the traditional point guard? It doesn't curl all the way, man. It doesn't. It doesn't curl all the way, Brian.
No, but guys, Magic is traditional. No? Magic is your
No,
tricky.
but Magic is a
No,
hybrid.
guys.
Traditional.
He's a hybrid. He's a double.
Okay, no, not the
6'9"
height,
traditional.
but the skill set.
No, Cookie. Magic's skill set he's the best passing
Thank
point
you,
guard
Boo.
of all
Yeah, sorry.
Best shooter.
time. Shout out to Boo. Y'all got me going. There's no way. Magic Johnson was 6'9". He wasn't a 6'1" point guard. He was bigger than everyone else. You could see over everybody else. And he
Okay,
was quick.
fair.
No, he was. It's unfair. And looking big, man.
He just hit you with that.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, he got it. I like the
Guys,
John
can we
Stockton
please hear
conversation because he's got the most assists all time, but point guards just don't win it, man. The traditional point guard just doesn't get you all the way to a championship. It's weird.
Because they keep having the ball in their hands. They're too ball
Okay,
dominant.
guys,
but let's hear from
wait.
Shaz.
Exactly. I'll need to hear from this guy. Hey, Shaz, top 3.
He's gonna tell us a lie.
You guys, please. Can you guys please give me the platform? Can you all mute your mics out there? I don't want to hear too much in the audience.
Can you protect us from yourself, please?
I'm just gonna, what I want to say is that the true essence of a point guard is to facilitate the game. As far as I know, in the history of basketball, unless you guys have different facts than I do, John Stockton got 15,000 assists, and the next closest player is maybe 4,900 assists shy of him. That's Jason Kidd. Cool. So as a facilitator, at the 1, he is the greatest facilitator of all time in the NBA. He's got 15,000 assists. And let's not debate it, we can accept it. And then just to jump onto that fact, right? He's the number 1 greatest facilitator of all time. Guess who's the number 3 greatest scorer of all time? And they played together for 18 seasons. I think his name is Karl Malone. Come holler at me if you want to holler at me. Right, so I make a good point. And then, just because John Stockton is that good, he said, some people are going to think that I can't defend. I'm the all-time greatest guard, defensive guard at the 1 of all time. And if you don't believe me, go to the stats, because I think he got all-time steals and the toughest defender of all time. Gary Payton,
Like Gary
who's a Hall of
Payton was
Famer,
not alive.
even says, I am not the greatest. Wait, hold on. Let me finish my point. I didn't cut you. I didn't finish my point. So, at the 1, On both ends of the court, John Stockton is done. For me, he is number one. Number two is Magic Johnson because he revolutionized the position. They all know Nikola Jokic's. They all know Marcus Gasol's. They all know LeBron James without Magic Johnson. So he changed the position. He said to be a facilitator of the ball, I can be inside. But at the one, I'm taking myself. Cool. And I acknowledge the 5 rings. He just lost. John Stockton lost to the greatest player on twice. He lost to the greatest player of all time twice.
That don't matter.
Okay, so that's number one. John Stockton's number one. Number two is Magic Johnson. Number three. No, wait. Number three. Guys, I don't want to give it to Steph Curry yet. I cannot deny what Steph Curry has done to the league. But I'll put Phil Robinson first. Let's go. Actually, no. Russell Westbrook before I put Steph Curry. Let's go. At the ability. Let's go. I'm here for the feedback.
No, you want to fight.
Doug, he went all the way around to
He's like, actually, no.
John,
Look at the list. Look at the list.
Jonathan. It's Jonathan, it's Irving, and it's Russell. Russ.
No. He doesn't like winners. Now we know. The only winner is Magic Johnson. And I think he just put them there because, we were going to have it. There's no way.
In terms of greatness, your guy didn't even have a notch of championship something. That's
so Brian. Here's a very interesting point.
Wait, if you need me to defend my picks, guys, I can
no.
Defend my picks. I can defend my picks. I can defend my picks.
No. No, it's okay.
How can John Stockton get the nod?
John Stockton lost
for having
to
all-time
the
in
greatest
assists
team ever.
when Russell Westbrook has all-time in triple doubles. How can John Stockton get that nod? Look at my boy Brody. I can't believe I'm even I'm throwing out Westbrook. I'm tapping it.
Let me explain to be the all-time.
Let's say his
all-time facilitator. Be the all-time facilitator. And then to be an all-time defensive end. It's not Les. Also to be the toughest defender at the one. Come on, man.
Okay, look. Firstly, I don't know who he was guarding, but John Stockton gets the nod. He gets the nod as a top 3 all-time.
Yeah.
And he gets the nod top 3 all-time, and there's people on his neck here. There's people that
I
are here.
will nod him
Number one
for greatest assist, greatest playmaker, and greatest defender. I will stop there. Greatest at the position. Hey man, even top 5 is tough, man. Even top 5.
Yeah, exactly, guys.
Yeah.
No, guys. John Stockton. Guys, how many rings does he have? What was he playing? He was facilitating for what?
No.
What was he facilitating? Like, it doesn't get you a ring.
John Stockton.
He made the finals.
Or played in LA. I mean, we can win a ring.
We don't know that.
With James Worthy. We can ring with Kareem. That nigga just had come along. He was playing against Michael Jordan. What are we talking about, man?
Unfortunately, John Stockton played in the Jordan era.
There is no point guard. The Utah Jazz is going to be that good. Come on.
Look, he played in the Jordan era. So, of course, there was tons of people, Ewing, Barkley, Malone, Stockton, a bunch of people who Michael Jordan and company, shout out to Scotty, did not allow those players to win championships. However, Stockton, with all that longevity, couldn't deliver. I'm not even if you remove the finals appearance chat, forget about the fact that he didn't do that. And win a championship. There's other guys that are still on his neck, like Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is the all-time leader in triple doubles. I can throw that in there to easily combat all-time leader in assists. Triple double? No.
Yeah,
Stockton is great, but
yeah, bro. Like it's a real thing. It's a real. You can match it up.
No,
But
you
Russell
can't.
Westbrook is one of the most
No, you
rebounding
can't
point
because
guards.
it's not even close. No, Les,
Why
you can't
not?
combat that. He's not even the top three greatest assist leaders of all time. It's not close. That guy is 50,000. He's 4,900 assists above Jason Kidd. What are we talking
That
about,
just
man?
means he played for
It's
long. He
never
could
gonna
play.
be broken.
No,
Never
it just
gonna
means
be
it
broken.
means John Stockton played for a long time, and his teammates could shoot like hell. That's what that means. His teammates at a high percentage. He played.
Brian,
I see
Brian, I
the
like your
consensus.
thinking. The
Yeah, me
all-time
too.
things just
I'm
mean
with
that the guy played for
Brian.
long. I like that. The guys who lead in the all-time things, it just means they played for long. I like that.
It
I
just
like
play
that. That's
longer.
good.
I don't like where you're going with this. I feel like this is a trick. I'm being hoodwinked.
No.
This is smokes and mirrors. No,
You
bro.
see what
I
you see what
think
Lolo's saying. You see when MJ left the league, what was Stockton doing? What was he doing?
Exactly.
Slumbering.
Where was
Slumbering.
he?
he didn't get there. Yeah, he had a chance. He had his
Yes.
time.
Yo, Lasedi.
Lesedi. Oh,
Wait, wait,
Lesedi.
hold on.
Get his better.
Wait, Shaz, what's
Shaz,
your
just
Why
call
response?
your
was
boy a
it?
V-dub beetle.
Shaz, what's your response to what Lolo said? Where was Stockton? Where was your
Yeah,
goat?
yeah, I'm
Where
here.
was
Yeah, where was your
Stockton?
goat when MJ was gone?
No, when
For
MJ
a
was
Let's
gone.
season.
go. I'm here. I think I think there was a young guy. There was a young guy at the center called Hakeem Olajuwon who came through and
Now it's another person.
said, "I'm the
Come
most
on.
skilled guy." Both sides of both the ball. Guys, come on now. No, come on, guys. Come on, guys. We're not gonna deny how good that Houston Rockets team was. Let me tell you, if Shaq had decided to beat the Houston Rockets, we wouldn't have been having this conversation. Please.
Your hypotheticals mean
So
nothing. Your
please, we know Shaq.
hypotheticals
We know
are
Shaq
Exactly.
ruled in
We'll never
'95
know.
with Penny.
I think we need to just have a good old conversation about the
Yo,
greatness of
all
Irvin
I'm
Magic
saying,
Johnson.
all I'm saying is that
Guys, he came in as a rookie and got a ring. Come on.
Played center. Kareem got injured,
he,
guys, and everyone dabs
Nah.
Kareem for his 6
he
rings.
was 6'9".
5 out of
He was
Kareem's 6 rings
6'9".
were on the trot via Irving Magic Johnson. Irving Magic Johnson was the one carrying those teams. Irving Magic Johnson
was
is
he
a
supposed to
leader.
be born shoulder? What he's 6'9" with the point guard's dribble, man. That's a gift.
Yo,
What is he supposed to
No,
be?
I'm
the
simply
second,
saying,
yo,
What?
the second greatest point, the second greatest power of all time, the second greatest power forward of all time, got every single part from the greatest power forward, from the greatest point guard of all time. That's all I gotta say about that. Come alone
No,
after Tim
Shaz.
Duncan is the greatest power forward, second greatest power forward. We'll come to that on a different. We'll come to that on a different conversation. But we can let that go. We can let that go.
I can't
We can
believe
let that go.
Shaz.
Oh, sorry guys, I need to interrupt. It's very important. It's very important. We didn't acknowledge it. Wait, we didn't get to acknowledge this, and this is for Koki, this is for Les, and this is for my guy Brian. It's very important. NBA, you must have missed it. The NBA champions unveiled their banner. We'd be remiss
I
to
didn't
forget
watch. I was scared
the
we'd
LA
lose.
Lakers
I
are
was
the
scared
world
we'd
champions.
waste our banner and lose to the Rockets, so I didn't watch, bro. I couldn't I couldn't do it.
why did LeBron come in shorts, man?
Are we
There's
really
no more
talking about
suits,
LeBron's
bro. There's no
outfit?
fans. So that can wear whatever they want.
I'm just dead. I'm dead. I don't know why I'm dead that he came in shorts. It
He's
was
on
too cash.
vacation. That's the problem with LeBron James. He's on vacation. He built up 2 weeks ago. Now he's chilling because we're already playing Steph and them. So what's the point? MVP is gone. He's chilling. He's on vacation.
That-
And
Yeah,
then
let's talk about the NBA because like it's about to end. Hey, regular season's about to end. We headed to the playoffs. I mean, I'm good. I don't know about you guys. Golden State Lakers. I mean, where are the
you're good
Lakers?
at
Where are you
what?
guys sitting?
Oh,
You're good
Playing
at
man,
what?
tournament?
guys,
You're
guys,
good at
can we
what?
just
What are you
accept
doing?
the league is unhealthy? The league is unhealthy.
The
Everyone is
man is
unhealthy.
also injured as well, right? He also dead man down.
Victor Oladipo just went down.
Oh,
Jamal Murray's down.
exactly.
Kyrie's down. LeBron is down. Anthony Davis is down. Klay Thompson is down. Jalen Brown just went down. Guys, I can't even. It's the league is unhealthy. The league is
No, but
unhealthy.
like with Victor, like I don't think it's I don't think it's because of like this league, like this season. He's been
Yeah.
unhealthy.
But
Oh
Is
my
that not
gosh,
Anthony
like
Davis?
he's
Is that not Anthony?
I don't know. I don't know, man. Look, it looks like we're getting things are shaping up the way when we predicted what we predicted last week. Things are actually shaping up pretty much as we expected. I can't say there's any surprises. Um, when I look at the teams that have managed to stay reasonably healthy throughout the season, Philly, the Clippers, and Utah and the
Suns,
Suns.
yeah.
If I'm talking about competitors, those four guys, those four teams, even via COVID, just dipping and dodging all the coughs in the world, those four teams seem to be able to keep it together. Everyone else, it's a barrage of health issues, and I don't know. I don't know.
I think a lot of these guys will become healthy just for playoff time. You know what I mean? Once it's game one, a lot of guys want to start showing up. This Dennis injury to the Lakers is very people. I kind of forgot about it
What's
as well. But
Dennis's injury?
not even injured, COVID. He's on
Oh
COVID protocols.
yeah.
14 days, yeah.
That guy's big time fast, bro. You pay that man his money because that dude is a big loss when without him.
Cut him a check.
Lakers and Golden State, man. So Lakers just have to win one game because they're 7th seed. Golden State would have to win 2 games, right, or something like that. Hey,
Something like that.
hey, man. Lakers. That's all I know. I hope for the best. Just Lakers. LeBron will be back. He was supposed to be back last night, so hopefully he comes back soon or you get some reps in. You get some reps in because it's shaky there by the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, even with AD, like, one night he's having
Can
a
I
good game, then the next night he's
Oh, my
bleak.
bad.
Yeah, go on, Chaz. Wait, what? Shaz, you were
Yeah,
talking.
that's what the network does when you're about to talk manions.
No. Yeah. So as I was saying, so like with AD, like one night he's having a good game, the next night he's bleak, and then the night after that he's again having a good game. It's very 50-50, like basically heads or tails. I don't know what's going on with the Lakers. I I just want to see them in the play-in tournament just to make the league
Don't worry,
interesting.
don't worry,
Okay,
Cookie. Don't worry, Cookie.
Fine.
Don't worry, Cookie. We're just gonna wait for LeBron to come and make his teammates better. Everything will be fine.
Let me tell you something. How everybody thinks I feel about Stephen Curry, how I hate him. That might be my feelings towards Anthony Davis. It's ridiculous. It's been ridiculous for the longest time. He's better than what he's been for the Lakers. He's only done this in New Orleans. He never did it for us. He was number one overall.
You collected a championship.
Thanks, LeBron. We appreciate you.
Oh,
No. LeBron was there by himself before
Cookie,
AD.
Cookie, that is fine. No, Cookie, that's fine. So LeBron James can win the championship alone without Anthony Davis. That's what Brian just said. Thank you,
You asked me
everyone.
this, right? You remember when you asked me
Everyone-
this and what I said? When you
LeBron
asked
is
me what I
going
said.
to carry the Lakers all the way to the championship.
When you
The
asked
only
me this,
thing,
I said just that. I said the Lakers are good enough to win without Anthony Davis, but we're no ways good enough to win without LeBron James. I said it a long time ago.
and I agree. So the only thing that can deter this chat is if LeBron is injured. I'll accept that one. His injury, you can't. It's circumstantial. I
Yeah,
understand.
you also agree. But yeah,
I don't
man,
want to hear that he didn't have enough help. LeBron has enough help. He is the help.
LeBron is the
Yeah.
help. LeBron is the help. He's Batman, Robin, and the Alfred. AD is the guy they beat up. Anyway,
You heard it here first.
I, I think the Lakers will be okay once we get LeBron. I'm just worried about our Reds, man. Golden State is rolling. They have to win 2 games, and that's going to be tough. I think LeBron James' presence just makes the defense toughen up a whole lot more. So I think that's. Oh, but man, I really do think that if Golden State was to 38, and it wasn't against the Lakers, if they had have to go, I think they could have beat the Jazz and beat the Phoenix Suns. I really believe they were that good. It's a little bit crazy, but I think that Stephen Curry's greatness would have overcome Donovan Mitchell and his Jazz with Devin Booker and Chris Paul. That's just I wish I
Stephen
bet it.
Curry's greatness.
Yeah.
No, Koki, you must also answer for your Nets just because it's your birthday.
When y'all ready.
What do you mean the Nets? What about the Nets?
For me.
Oh, Shaz. Okay.
Shaz, go on. Yes, Shaz.
It's rowdy,
Shaz.
too worried about the LA Lakers. I'm not too worried about the LA Lakers. When we Warriors, we beat the Suns. The Nuggets beat the Clippers, and it's smooth sailing from there. You guys forget the Clippers got to do some retribution. Everybody talk about the Lakers. The Clippers got to beat the Nuggets. They got to sweep the Nuggets. If they don't sweep the Nuggets, talking about if Nikola Jokic does the business against those Clippers, guys, everybody knows the Lakers are beat up. They beat up. If we don't get out the West, okay, cool. The Clippers have been healthy the whole season, but Kawhi is playing terribly. Have you guys seen how Kawhi is playing? He's playing terribly. We're not even talking about him in like top 10 this season. So we know 1 and 2 are going out definitely. 1 and 2 are definitely going out. We beating the Suns. I'm calling it. When Dennis Schroeder comes back, we're taking out the Warriors. We're taking out the Suns. We already saw with the beat up Lakers team that take the Suns in 5 games at most. Bring me the Mavs. Bring me the Nuggets.
The
And
Mavs.
take out the Clippers. We roll them over everybody else. Yeah, I'll see you in the NBA Finals. I'll see you in the NBA Finals.
I think in the West. I only see with let's say you get a full Lakers complement back. I only think the Mavs and the Clippers are the only 2 teams that could play against the Lakers.
Want anything to do with
the Suns and the
Jazz.
Jazz. I don't even know who from the Suns and Jazz would guard LeBron. I don't even know who the matchup would be. That's how sad it would be that side. I really don't. I just don't see those teams have the defensive makeup. Like I've always said in the playoffs, I think you need a 6'6", 6'7" guy who can score on the one side of the court and also be able to be a defensive stopper. The Jazz and the Suns don't have that. I would definitely say the Mavs, just because there's something about Luka Doncic that's
magical.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, he has this take on the league that's a bit different. And then the Clippers, I think, were just custom built to try and attempt to beat the Lakers. I think it's all they care about, and it's why they end up can lose to other teams because they only have one. They were built to do one thing. That's the only trick. But yeah, Portland out. Dame Lillard, all of the hype of Dame. You give Dame Lillard help. You give Dame Lillard help, and they don't. It's not the same.
That trade hurt them. When they lost Gary Trent, that ruined their chemistry. They locked everything went south from there.
I don't know, Brian. I think it was just as soon as that guy arrived. As soon as CJ came back. It's just like with the Steph Curry theory, right? The Steph Curry theory, the celebration of his current offensive outbursts and whatever is a little bit circumstantial, right? So you get a lot more touches without a Clay on your court. The win column goes down, but all these amazing statistics go up, right? Yeah. And that looks all great. And we're celebrating that, but the truth is I'd rather have Clay back and have more wins in the win column. Funny thing with Dame is that you remove his help, Dame plays ridiculously great basketball, and the win column goes up. You bring in the help, that's why there's nuance sometimes to playing basketball. It's just about when the help comes in, do you guys make this work the way it should?
What I say about CJ off the bench, I've been saying it. I've been saying CJ came and he dropped something there because Dame now feels like he has to share the rock. He feels like now he has to get his other guy going. And Dame is a high volume scorer. You got to shoot, bro. You got to be unconscious. He needs a backup that doesn't need to shoot the ball as much. You know how Kobe had D-Fish and Odom and guys that don't need to score, but they get their touches. Dame with an all-star caliber backup, it takes away from what he can do, and he needs to be 40, 45-point Dame a lot more often than when CJ's around. So I definitely agree with you. I've been saying that as soon as CJ came, the tanks.
Don't forget Pau Gasol.
Yeah. Paul for real too.
Don't forget Pau Gasol. Don't forget Pau Gasol.
I think Koki needs to tell us about her her Brooklyn Nets.
What are you expecting, Koki? Title? You say it with your chest.
Brian, they can't even say it with their ankles, dog. It's just hurt.
She froze up as soon as we said soon as we said Brooklyn Nets, she pulled out her Wi-Fi. She wrapped it up. She's like,
Oh,
nope, I ain't doing this.
froze up like James Harden in the Western Conference Finals. Must be. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it on TV. I said it. The Brooklyn Nets unhealthy.
I don't know, bro. I don't think the Brooklyn Nets will might
That's
even
a
make
sound
it out
bite.
the East.
Can somebody cut that, Liz? I like that. We need that.
Y'all network bears. Brian and I
I
are the
love
only
that
ones
one,
alive
Liz.
from the.
Keep that.
We're the only ones that are connected, bro. We're the only ones that are really connected. No, bro, but for real, just on that note, I think Brooklyn Nets, I'm a little bit worried about them. I don't think they make it out of the East, personally. I think they've got a Giannis problem, they've got a Philly problem, they've got a defensive matchup problem. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see what
True
happens
story.
there.
True
But I
story.
don't I don't like them out of it. I don't like them making it out.
Oh my gosh, Les and Brian in the show. Alright, Joe, we're starting a new show. We're going a full hour. This is what
We're
we
gonna start
planned
with
all
just
along.
us, just the fans. Oh, look at the angle, look at those screens.
Yo, this is what we've been trying to do. Dog. I'm tired of all these
The
other
whole
dudes on
time,
my
bro. I've
show,
been trying
dog.
to tell them, get us a show, get us our own set. We'll do it solo.
Breezy, I'm gonna get my ring light delivered. I've been trying to get
Yeah, bro.
that Skip Bayless,
Yeah,
Shannon
bro.
Sharp
Take off the
energy.
game, bro.
Dog,
Take a
we
high
tired
level,
of
bro.
going with the rest of these, whatever. But yeah, bro, look, I think the Eastern Conference is a little bit surprisingly. I think the Eastern Conference is going to have a lot more back and forth between certain teams. Like you said, they've got a lot more problems and a couple of big problems. Miami, people keep talking about them as a
Ah,
dark horse,
pretenders,
but
been pretending. Been
but
pretending, man.
to close off the show, Brian, and now that I have you here, and I'll say this live from the gutter. No, Brian, I'm paying respects. Your Lakers are in
Oh,
a shit position. And who'd have thought? I feel like this is the karma, but I need to give it up. At the beginning of the season, you called Dallas, and they're in, and you called Atlanta.
man.
So you're two what
I even
third
let
year
those
guys.
guys sit quietly. I even let Atlanta sit quietly because it's so volatile in the East. But I'm impressed
Nope.
with Trey. I think since they picked up this coach, things have been going in the right direction. Even on a bad game, they get a W. It's mad.
Yeah.
That Lou Williams
Yeah.
pickup was another scoring option. So it's happening there. I'm scared of Luka though. I want nothing to do with that boy.
No,
Nothing.
I would. I feel the same way. I think he can take out any team above Dallas. I think Luka Doncic has the ability to take them off. I think
100%.
there's only one team that I would give a
The Lakers.
yeah. I would lean a bit more to them, but I think
But
the
it could go
risk.
to 7 and Luka could shock us. That's possible.
Yeah,
They matched up to
he's
beat many teams.
yeah. Yeah. I just think they have the most matchup problems with the Lakers. Everywhere else, I think they can actually survive, and I don't think any other team has a Luka stopper. But
No one.
yeah,
Nobody.
that's my final take. Right, Breezy, thanks for joining us and being, being loyal to the show and remaining on the show.
Maybe
I don't
before
know
my
about
connection is connected. We know.
I don't know about these other guys, but anyway, guys, thank you everyone for joining us on the Fast Break. We really appreciate you. Please like, subscribe, follow. I actually want to
All of it.
cough, but people are gonna make
Yo,
fun of it.
this is not the time. Thank you all for watching, yo.
Wait,
Deuces.
thanks
Let's
for
die.
watching, guys. Cheers, cheers, guys. We
Yo.
appreciate it. Are we done?